Oh, and no, I don't go thrift store shopping for anyone that's curious after hearing my last name of McLemore. But my high school experience was unique because I was in marching band. And I quickly discovered that American Pie was very accurate about one thing, and that is, band kids are horny as hell. Like, I'm from a small Texas town, so whenever we had football games that were away, we took long trips via charter buses, and some of these were several hours long. And since all the adults and chaperones sat in the front, that meant anything goes in the back. And I do mean anything goes in the back. The only rule, do not make enough noise to draw attention to yourself. But I did not partake in all the sex, though, out of fear. See, I am a pastor's kid, and before you think it was some damn to the pits of hell speech that would scar me from ever even looking at a vagina, you'd be wrong. My dad was just very blunt, and he looked at me and said, "Women in high school are dumb." Not to say that men aren't dumb in high school as well. In fact, we're probably dumber, but that only makes things worse. And he kind of had a point because my school had a pregnancy problem. Women were getting knocked up left and right at my school. I'm serious. Like, one time outside class, I decided to count how many women had clear baby bumps that walked by. And my game became depressing when I hit double digits within 45 seconds. I mean, it was depressing because it made it seem like every guy in school was getting some, except me. Like, this actually made me nervous to talk to women for a long time because me as a virgin still, I thought their standard would be so high I couldn't meet it. But then I met the baby daddies and realized the standard was pretty low. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating, my senior year, my government teacher showed us an article about teen pregnancy rates. And my small town in Texas had the #1 teen pregnancy rate in the United States. Let's top that real fast. Since the U.S. is #1 in the world, that meant that my small town in Texas was #1 in the world. There's something to be proud about. But we didn't keep that long. We lost it to someplace in Arizona a year later, but we would not take that lying down. So we found a new title. I found out during my time in college that we had the highest repeat teen pregnancies in the world. Now, speaking of college, there was a woman who was just gorgeous, and I had a crush on her for over a year before I finally asked her out. We went on 2 dates, and while both went good, we weren't official yet. And I knew the third date would make or break it. I showed up to the coffee shop, and she was already there, had a drink in her hand, and looked like she had been there for a while. I showed up on time, so I already knew this was a very bad sign. She tells me there's another guy. I had no chance to begin with. But she thanks me for all the good times and how straightforward I was my intentions. I was crushed. But as I go to leave, she stops me and says, "You know, I probably shouldn't be asking you this right now, but could you help me out and give me some advice with this guy?" I stopped in shock and said, "You really want me to give you advice over the guy you just rejected me for?" And she just shyly looks at me and goes, "Yeah." Well, of course, just being rejected and facing a conundrum like this, I did what any self-loving and righteous man would do, and I sat down and we talked about it, and I gave him my advice. Turns out, he was giving her guitar lessons, and I know it's college guitar lessons, it hurts. But there was this weird triangle of like love and friendship that was going on between them and their mutual best friend, and none of it made sense to me. So my advice was, cut through all the BS and get what you want. If he can't be a man and be upfront, then you need to step up and get some closure. It turns out I give really good advice, because now they're engaged to get married, and I can't find a date. I'm at least hoping I get invited to the wedding, so I can be staring at the groom the whole time going, You owe me. Thank you so much, everybody.